Hey, it's been a while. I had some dentistry. I have a missing tooth at the front of my face, near the front, and I've been feeling shy. But here we are, and today I wanted to share with you the process that I go through to create a drawing of a bird. This is a couple of baby wrens that I've started this morning, and I have decided to leave that so you can see the process right from the start. And I was going to use this calendar as inspiration. It's an old RSPB calendar, and this bird is a great tit. That's right, a great tit. Yeah, I was thinking it was a coal tit earlier, but yeah, they're a bit bigger, a great tits, and yeah, a little bit different on the top of the head, I think. Don't ask me, I'm not a bird expert. I also wanted to try it because it's a bit of a challenge for me. I would normally maybe steer clear of doing something with this translucent element here, because I would find it a bit tricky to know how to deal with that and how to represent that. But it's so appealing because it's just coming down to land and its claws are just tight still, ready to get opened out to have a good landing. Yeah, lovely with the snowdrops as well, but I'm not so bothered about the snowdrops. I'm just going to concentrate on the bird. So I'll prop that up there for me to be able to see. I'm sorry you can't see it at the same time, but I'll maybe bring it back into view if I need to. Just taking off my jumper. It's really important to be comfortable when you're drawing, and yeah, breathe deeply. Breathe deeply. Good rule for life. Got to be relaxed. So the first thing I do is I think, where do I want it on the page? And it's a bit tricky because of this line down here. But if you just think, well, it's helping me not feel too precious about my pure white or, you know, plain sheet or canvas, it's already breaking it up for me, then yeah, just have a think where you'd like the beak to be, where you like the wings to be, and where its tail's going to go. Do you want the tail to go off the page? Do you want it to be massive and miss the end of the wings? Not me. I think I want it to just sit pretty square in the middle. I might almost add something to it later, but today I just want to try this. So the top of its head, I think, should be about here, and looking how wide it is, you know, the wingspan's really wide, so I'm going to do some marks here and up here to show the edge of the wings. I'm going to get rid of that mark in the middle that I did for the top of its head, because it's just going to confuse me, and it kind of drops down here a bit, you know, like its shoulders, and then it's got this mark here. But let's figure out where its tail's going to go. So the distance between the start of the wings curling up was about there, and that's about, well, it's a similar distance to where the end of its tail is, so that would be about there, I think. Yeah, because it's a longer distance between these 2 points than that point. So yeah, I'm happy with that. So let's start getting some more of the marks in, more of the shape in. What I've learned to do is not get too fixated on one area too quickly. It still happens, but if you can try to avoid doing that, then you don't go, oh yeah, I've done a really amazing nose or whatever it is, and then go, but the proportions of the rest of the head, or you know, whatever you're drawing, are way out. I was thinking more of a person that I know birds don't have noses. Right, so around here, see, this is how awkward it is with the fold in the centre, but you know, it's tough, life's tough. Sometimes you get folds in the centre and it just makes you stronger to work through those folds. There we go. These lovely big white cheeks you've got. Mrs. or Mr. Great Tit. Look at them. Or Ms. Great Tit. Oh. Yeah. Okay, it does require a little bit of concentration. Now you see the tip of its beak. It's really difficult to make out. I feel like I need my glasses on. There's its air holes. And I'm not going to get too hung up. I'm going to work a bit faster, in fact, because that's the idea. And I just said to you about not getting too hung up. So over there, there's some lovely feathers. Here and here's another one. Oh, look at that crest. Ooh, crest, I was going to call it. It's kind of just the way they flick up. It reminds me of a crest, like a lapwing. Like I've got very much knowledge on birds at all. So that's not as quite as high as I thought it was going to go. That's okay, it's okay. We're just going to keep it free and easy. Nice and easy. If you ever saw Bob Ross, that painter from the 70s, he was a fan of that phrase. I think he was also a fan of things like carrot figures. So when you're drawing a human being from a distance, I think he would say, you know, try just figure like that with a blob on the top. That's enough for a human. I'm not sure about that. Okay, got some feet in there. And I think I'm using graphite, I'm using a 2B pencil. I think I might go over this in some ink. Just, yeah, if I can figure out the rest. I'm not really overhead. You know, I'm just going to pull my picture down so I can see it from overhead. Yeah, okay. Right. It's important to keep checking it from different angles, so, you know, lift it up and step away from your work as well. That's a good idea. What I'm trying to do at the moment is get a space in the house that will be a place I can hang work and just have it there and then walk past it and get used to it and see how my feelings change about it. The problem is that the house is pretty small, so we use our wall space, and we've just put up pictures. If you can hear that noise in the background, we've put up sorry, you know, our own work, which is nice. Long time coming. If you can hear that noise in the background, it's an air purifier. It's a gentle hum, but you might hear it come on a bit louder sometimes because we've got a wood burning stove, and if it comes on louder, it usually means that I need to check it, and the light's just reflecting off here, and turn it up because it's creating too much smoke. Right, we've got some lovely feathers coming here as well. This is something that I'm not used to at all. I do not talk my way through drawings normally. So it's a real learning curve. And I'd be really interested to know what you do from this. You know, if you create something, that would be amazing, whatever it is. If you feel inspired to have a go at doing a picture, a drawing of anything, not necessarily a bird, but just go, okay, yes, it might be complicated, but you can't really go wrong unless you've got a certain expectation, and then you can definitely go wrong if it doesn't meet your expectation. What I'm trying to do here is I'm going from one side to the other to try and create balance, because I'm trying not to get too hung up on counting how many feathers are there. Do you love its armpits? Look at its wing pits. Look at that. These fluffy. It's like it's got its baby chick hairs under there. Oh, just so beautiful. If anyone's into ornithology, apologies if you're offended by my lack of knowledge or technical test. Maybe this isn't for you. Maybe you need to go to some other place for drawing expertise, if you need somebody who's going to use all the right terms. Right, here we go. We're going, because this is weird at the end. See this? See this? Look at that. Can you see this? Yeah. The it's a bit shiny. I've got this angle pose. See? This is how I am doing this video, using a mic stand and this angle pose, and it's a little bit reflective, isn't it? A little bit reflective. How about that? Better? If I bring this up to the camera, can you see? They kind of twist over while they're there. So that'll be a really interesting effect to, or way, thing to represent using ink. I say represent because I don't like getting hung up on it being like a perfect representation or perfect depiction of, or something that looks exactly, replica. I don't want to replicate. I don't want to create something that is just so close to a photograph. I don't have any interest in that. Not at the moment. Who knows in future? Right, so there we go. Roughly the same distance. This is something I wonder about in animals and creatures, is I wonder about the peculiarities or the differences. We have so many differences as human beings that, here I go, I'm just going to go. This is just an old pen from the, I don't know, 1950s. Yeah, and I'm just doing the marks to create the bird, and we'll go around here and put a few of the marks in here. I find this quite difficult to use, really, because it's it carries quite a lot of ink. I think I should have washed it from earlier, probably. I don't know. It's very black around here. And what I usually like to use is this, which is a bamboo stick that's shaped so that you can use it with ink. And it, in fact, I could use it if I have too much ink. That's a good idea. So if I have an excess of ink on the page, I could use that, employ that to move it around. Oh, that's nice. That's quite nice, feeling a bit scratchy there. A bit scratchy, and it's like, yeah, get into it. Oh, I'm using the underside of it where you're not usually supposed to use it, but it's okay, because we can do whatever we want. There we go. Look, I can make its head just a great big mash of lines if I want. if you're using ink and a thing like this, you might want to think about, you might want to think about how thick your paper is, because you might end up getting rid of, or going through the paper, sorry, yeah. So here we go, black bit down here. Oh, look at that, thick, thick, thick paint. I'm tapping it because this hole here that you usually have, I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that? No, I don't think you can. I think it doesn't like this. But basically there's a hole in the nib and you're supposed to have that clear. And if it fills up, then it could leak onto your page. But we're not going to worry. If it leaks, it leaks. How to get over this middle bit, huh? There we go. Right. I can start to get the form here of the cheeks, the big white cheeks. Yeah. I wonder if you do a drawing, and if it is a bird will you choose, and where will you get an image from, or will you try and draw from life? I've very rarely drawn a bird from life because they're quite difficult to capture. You know, they're on the move. So yeah, that's what I'm doing at the moment. Just as a reminder for you. Quite often when I draw birds, they have characters. They have very, very smooth feathers. They have very fluffy feathers. And they have a look in their eyes. And I think I've forgotten to leave off the light, or leave the light in, which is a bit strange. As I say, I'm not used to talking through drawing, but I can always go over it with a white crayon or something like that afterwards, try and pick it out. What we've got going on here is the nose, the breathing holes. I wonder what the real name is for them. Something to Google. Now that's all getting a bit messy. But then it's not really clear on the sheet where the beak is. It's just kind of a big black bit around here. I'm going to have to turn this around to get the ink on that side. There we go. And then we'll go out a bit more. And then that goes around here. I wonder if I'll add colour to this. It's really nice to start off without a preconceived idea of what's going to happen. That's how I often draw. Oh, they always look so wrinkly, the feet of birds. But it's just so that they can bend so much, isn't it? There we go, there's one. And then the other one is around about here, a bit lower down. And then here we go. Yeah, come on, let's pick up pace. It's nice to see, well, I really enjoy seeing energy in a drawing. I can see this paper is bleeding. So, let me just get these talons in. Yeah, it's clearly not, you know, expensive paper. It's a bit like sugar paper, if you remember what we used to call sugar paper. That's what was popular to use in schools in the 1970s and 80s. And yeah, it just would bleed, the colour would leach, and yeah, everything's got its uses. Hey, even wallpaper can be good for drawing on. That's quite a pleasing tail. A little bit of darkness around there, a little bit of darkness around here. There we go. So what do I normally do when I'm drawing? Well, I normally listen to a podcast. And at the moment I'm listening to Make Lasting Change, or Make Change That Lasts. Anyway, it's by Rangan Chatterjee, Dr. Rangan Chatterjee. And it amuses me that he's called a Rangan, or Rangan. It's, yeah. Because I don't think he is a Rangan. I think he's a writing. So I'm listening to it for the second time, back to back. I think it's the first time I've ever done that with a book. Because why would you listen to a book or read a book as soon as you have finished it? Oh, try and get those feeling happy, because that's how they feel when you look at them. They feel happy, they're splaying, yeah, it's it reminds me a bit of how I feel when I do yoga, and I've just got back into yoga, so I'm there, I'm feeling that energy and that excitement. And I'm trying to do what it does here in the picture. I'm trying to do what its wings do, and they go like in a figure of 8. Can you see that? Yeah? In a figure of 8, so they go up and down and up and down and up and down. And there's just no need for perfection. I cannot impress upon you enough how much we do not need perfection in this world. Well, we need improvisation, and yeah, that's what I reckon anyway. So here it's kind of a bit more feathery, and it's kind of even a bit mottled. You see so much detail with these images. There we go. How long have we been going for? Really? 24 minutes? Oh my goodness. I think I need to crack on, because I don't want you to be here for all your days. So up here we're going to go whoosh. Oh, no we're not. Ah, actually you've got some ink on your nib. We're going to go whoosh and back down, and whoosh, So I need to dip in after every and whoosh and I'm not worried that I'm not going over pencil lines that I'd already done. I'd quite like that to have been a flowing there. So I'm going to try and show the lines underneath, because I don't want to ignore that they overlap. Okay, so a criticism that I'm having in my head right now is that my lines are not bold enough. They are a bit pedestrian, if that's the word for them. Oh, and they are, you know, just kind of cockeyed, and, you know, they're not flowing like I want them to be. Although if you look, there isn't perfection in nature either. Look at this poor bird's wing. It's can you see that? Is my pen in the right place? Yeah. Can you see it's got this cut out of it? Yeah. So there's differences in nature, and maybe this is just a difference. You know, it's okay. So we're going to do the lighter feathers here. There we go, and we'll finish off with this side and a little bit of fluffiness there, and a little bit of, and try and get your arm in the right position. You know, if it's not working one way, shift your arm round and work from the other position. Shift your wrist round. It's a bit like when I am teaching the children to brush their teeth. You've got to have an articulation of the wrist. It does not work if you're not prepared to bend that wrist. Do you know what? I've really enjoyed doing this with you, imaginary people out there. It's just lovely to share and be able to do it in my own home, my own space. Oh, maybe I'll put that closer. That's a good idea, isn't it? My own space and my own time. So I'll just do some lines here for the feathers coming down. Oh, I don't know if my nib is drying out, but it seems to be taking more and more ink, which is strange. Maybe it would be better to give it a rinse and try that. Ah, that feels nicer. That felt good. Because sometimes you have to find the rhythm of a pattern, especially feathers. You know, they have their own rhythms, the different types of feathers. Maybe we'll do more on this. Maybe we'll do more on this together. Oh, I don't know if you can share what you've done yourself, but if you can find a way of sharing to YouTube or Facebook or Instagram, please do. I'm very interested. Here we go, let's speed up because we can. I'm not forgetting to dip the nib each time. Oh, the light's just gone strange. I just need to bring it down a bit more. Because the sunlight just went outside, and although I thought I wasn't counting on it, I felt it when it disappeared. And I wonder what goes on up here. I think it's like another kind of feather, not quite the same as. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, that's nice. Not quite the same as. Excuse me, the under wing, the wing pit feathers. Excuse me. Right, we'll do a bit more around here. Hey, sorry about that. The mic stand did not stay up. It fell over, and luckily the phone is not smashed, and everything's okay. And I've taken some deep breaths. And thank you very much to Richard for coming in and trying to help me and helping me. Not just trying to, but actually helping me. So let's get this completed for the moment. Oh, and the ink's all dried, but it's okay because we can just go with here like this and get under there, and we can get those black feathers. There we go. I want some heavier colour there, or shading there, and yeah, did you notice that it was not feathery style marks? I was not trying to mimic how feathers sit on the bird. I was doing it my way. You can do it your way. Isn't that great? I'm so glad I remembered to press pause rather than stop, because I have no idea how to splice two videos together on a phone. I barely know how to do it on a computer. Something I don't need to worry about right now, because now is my time. My time for drawing. And I'm amazed at how long this video has been. It just shows how you get into your own world when you're drawing. And that is beautiful. Teaches you more about yourself. You find out what you like to draw, what you don't like to draw, how you like to draw, when you like to draw. And like any practice, it's good if you can do it at a particular time of the day and keep doing it at a particular time of the day. I have to, at the moment, fit it in when I can. I do try and draw in an evening so that there's some consistency there. There we go. You funny bird. You funny, funny bird. What kind of character have you? What kind of character have you? My hand's quite hurting quite a bit right now, not because of how long I've been drawing, but because when I was so cross with the microphone stand for falling over, I hit the table quite hard with my fist. I banged my fist 4 times to show how angry I was with the table. No, well, not the table, was it? With the microphone stand. I should have hit the microphone stand. Anyway, foolish thing to do. All right, I'm going to leave it there for now. Thank you for joining me. Stay tuned to my channel. I have got a birthday coming up soon, and I think I might be asking for a proper stand, and that would mean that we can do this again without the strange falling incident. All right, a little bit of shading under here, I think. Oh, what could I use? I could use a paint stick, which I can see to my right. Paint sticks. Can you see that? Paint sticks, paint sticks, paint sticks. Get it the right way up. A little bit under there, a little bit under there. Can't really see it, but it has quite a nice effect. There we go. Yeah, just gonna play around with it. I'm gonna let you go, and we'll see each other again. Thanks for having a look at this, and please do let me know your thoughts and what you'd like to see. Maybe, I don't know, I might not do it, but we'll see. I really want to get on with my own large scale stuff. Oh, I like doing that. Yeah, that's how it will. Yeah, get some of that in. All drawing have sounds, don't they? There we go. Yeah, okay, after my strange grunts, I'll show you the picture of the other one. There you go. There you go. Please follow me, and there you go. And yeah, subscribe. Thanks. Bye.